So, Board Member Kirby Gonzalez.
Here.
Board Member Cruz.
Here.
Board Member Wong will be late, and Board Member Pizzati will also be late. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Will also be late, and I am present. So, announcement of items to be discussed in closed session. E1 Government Code Section 54957.6, conference with labor negotiators, WTA CSEA Management, Michael Reed, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Linda Luna, Superintendent, and E2 Government Code Section 54956.9, D2, conference with legal counsel, potential litigation, one case. So we will now go into, oh, I'm sorry, excuse me, public comment, thank you. Thank you, Trustee. And Board Member Wong has now arrived. We have one public comment from, I'm so sorry, I cannot read this name. Do Stang Straw? Oh, she's in the restaurant, okay. I believe so. I believe there are a lot of small children. So let me.
I was going to say, just read the.
Okay, very good. Okay.
Just read the. What do you?
So Lisa Pirro.
No.
I'm sorry.
You need to read the 3-minute thing, telling them they have 3 minutes.
Yes, thank you. Let me read our board policy on public comment. One moment, please. Rather lengthy. I'm sorry. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. The board respects the rights of members of the public to speak to us regarding matters on the agenda and other matters within the jurisdiction of the board. However, it is important for members of the public to recognize that comments regarding students other than the speaker's own children made during the public board meeting may be legally actionable as a violation of student privacy. Both state and federal law prohibits the board and others from discussing confidential student information in open session. To this end, be advised that if you reference a student's name other than your own student, you will be out of order and your comments may not be protected by privileges that protect public speech. You could be found liable for such comments in legal proceedings. Furthermore, it is important for the board to understand that negative or derogatory comments made by district employees or others, even those made in public board meetings, may be actionable civil defamation. As such, the board reminds the public that the district has existing board policy that allows the public to lodge a complaint against a district employee. This policy provides a comprehensive procedure for reviewing and responding to public complaints. This process provides a more thorough opportunity to be heard than is allowed under the open meeting law that governs this meeting. Lisa Pirro. And you have a 3-minute cutoff time for your comments. Thank you. Oh, oh, thank you. Dostang Straw, thank you.
So my concern is the full-day preschool program that we have at Alice Norman. My concern is that they are cutting this program due to and they don't have the income for it or resources for that. And so I understand the issue, but however, this is affecting me as a single parent. And I just got a job with the Washington Unified School District, 6 hours a day. And so I need this program. And they are helping us with another type of program called Head Start, or you'll have to take your child to a half day. However, Head Start has different regulations or qualifications, and so I might not fall under that. So my concern is that I just got a job, and now I don't have no daycare. I don't have no care. Also, my daughter has learned so much from this program. She just got in, probably like at 20 months old, and she's 2 years old, telling me how she counts her alphabet, everything. And so I'm concerned that you're literally taking away her education, or they're taking away the education for her. And so that's pretty much my concern. And what do we do as parents, single parents, and we don't have that program. So that was just pretty much my concern. Thank you.
Lisa Pirro.
Hi, I have my grandson that I'm raising in Alice Norman's full-day preschool program. And I took it upon myself to look up specific things that might be detrimental to that program, specifically the violations that have happened over the last year. And in my research of looking at stuff, I found out that in May of last year, the district had one violation of the teacher-to-child ratio was off. It was too many children per teacher. And so the district hired a staff member that later on that month ended up doing 2 more violations, which resulted in the exclusion of said staff who incurred that and was, oh gosh, forgive me, I'm a little bit nervous, sorry. She was excluded from ever working with children again in any licensed facility. And so I also realized that there were 2 other violations, one in September of 2017, and that child was left unsupervised. Another violation just recently, less than a month ago, was a staff member placing her leg across a child that was awake to prevent the child from getting up at nap time. I realized that these are serious violations, and I got confirmation from the licensing board that regulates these and does these, sorry, my paper's all sliding. These investigations to find out if these violations are true and correct and what can be done to correct it. I found out that those violations were very specific to the full-day program. And I spoke to Sharon Ogbodo and Charlotte Bainey, but these were outside of my grandson's full-day class in room 29. I realized after much research that they were very serious violations. I also read the Washington Unified School District's website, including the LCAP, which is the annual update template. And I realize that the district does the hiring of the staff, and I see the implications of these violations at this facility, but I implore the district and the Board of Education, to reconsider the discontinuance of the full-day program.
I'm sorry, that is the 3-minute.
Oh,
limit
gosh,
everyone
that goes
has.
so fast.
Thank you.
Please reconsider. The impact is so great, not only to the families, but to the children, our children and the future children. And there's statistics that show, I'm sorry, I know I'm going over, that full-day programs provide so much more of a skill set than the half-day programs.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Jody Reed. Remind everyone, please, to keep it to 3 minutes. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jody Reed. I've lived in West Sacramento for 16 years. I have a 6-year-old, and I also have a 3-year-old. She'll be through on Saturday. This program is so impacting for my children. This was my daughter's beginning of the program. Complete sentences. When I grow up, I want to be a scientist. If it wasn't for the teachers at Washington Unified School District's Alice Norman's full-time preschool program, my kid wouldn't want to be a scientist. She'd want to be a princess for the rest of her life. That was not what I wanted for her. She's not going to make no money being a princess. I chose to live in this community, planning to settle down and start a family because of the Washington Unified School District and what they had to provide. I needed the preschool, the full-time quality education preschool that they were offering, and that's what we chose. I've been employed at the state of California for 11 years. Yes, I'm a state worker. However, I'm a worker of the poor. My state income is so pathetic that the social workers at the social services office frown when they see my paycheck. I qualify for all the services. I do everything in my power to provide for my child, both of them. Both of my daughters have been blessed with the experience of affordable enrollment, with the experience of high-quality education at the full-day program at preschool. Quality education is child-oriented. Full-day preschool is child-oriented. This program is child-oriented. The 2014 Journal of the American Medical Association published in the New York Times that supporting low-income ethnic minorities 3 to 4 years old are better prepared for learning social interactions in full-time preschool than part-time preschool. Students show higher scores in development, language, math, and physical health when they're in full-time preschool. While kids benefit from exposure to preschool, children who have had any experience in preschool benefit, but full-time preschool, they benefit better, especially at the lower income level. Full-day program, it is common sense. Longer education, you learn more. Alice Norman's full-day preschool quality education program provides so much. It provides opportunities. It provides opportunities for me to go to work. I have to provide for my family. I'm working poor. If I can't work, I have to watch them. If they're not in the preschool program learning, I have to quit my job, and I'll be standing in line at the Todd Hunter Center for food. Will you guys be standing in line with me? This improved the quality of our life so much in the last 6 years. The quality of preschool makes it so that we can do better and not be unemployed. My 2 girls have been blessed with this program, the high-quality education offered with their full-time preschool, this opportunity to be equal to their advantaged peers in Southport and Bridgeway Lakes when they pipeline to River City High School. You can't take this away from these kids and that zip code. It's just not fair. The April 5th letter that they gave us promises us a list of resources. I honestly researched these 40 schools. There's no program. You guys are just going to hand us a website and tell us to go to Head Start, and Head Start's not the answer. Thank you.
Ashley Whitman.
Hello, my name is Ashley Whitman. My daughter goes to Alice Norman Preschool. She has since she was 1.5, I believe. She's now 5. She will not be enrolling in next year's program, but I'm sorry. Taking this program away will stunt the growth of kids. My daughter has learned so much. She is so smart. She interacts with everyone. She's so talkative. She's always outgoing. She loves her teachers. Her teachers are what she talks about all the time. The teachers love her. They love all the kids there. The other day I walked into the class and she's sitting there and she's pointing out all of these points on these squares, and mind you, she's 5. She's going to kindergarten. She's completely ready. My son was in the same program. He's now in 2nd grade. Straight A's, smart as a whip. Taking away this program isn't only going to affect other children, it's going to affect the teachers, the parents. Sorry, like I said, my daughter won't be going back to that program, but again, it is going to stunt the growth of other children. So please reconsider taking this program away from other kids. I'm sorry, I didn't have a paper to read off or anything, but as you guys could tell, it's not only hurting us, but it's going to hurt the kids too. Thank you.
Thank you. Vivian Guzman.
Hello, everyone. My name is Vivian Guzman, and I will be talking about the topic of the 3-hour program will not work for full-time working families just above the poverty level. There's options such as Head Start, but Head Start, you have to make below poverty level to qualify for Head Start, and we don't make enough money to pay $900 and plus dollars a month per child. So we're like in the middle, and I feel like this program provides balance to the full-time working families. I have two children, a 2.5-year-old and a 5-year-old. They're doing very well in school. Like my daughter's vocabulary, she's picking up a lot of vocabulary words each day. She knows her alphabet. She's potty trained. She knows her numbers 1 through 15. My child, on the other hand, expresses what he learns outside of school settings. Like everything he learns in class, like if we have family outings. Last time we went to, I'm going to give you a personal example. We went to Six Flags. He saw a statue of a walrus. It's like a sea animal with, I think they probably their teeth. I've seen it in pictures before, but I didn't know it was named a walrus. And then he went to tell me that he eats fish and like all these facts about the walrus that I didn't know, and he must have learned it at the Alice Norman full day program. So when I got close to the exhibit, the facts that he gave me about the walrus were written on the exhibit for the walrus. So that could have been a spark for him to become a marine biologist, maybe in the future. So I believe that this program does have a positive impact on the child's education and in the future. Closing the full day Alice Norman program will have a negative impact on the families because we won't have, I'm sorry, I'm just nervous. We need to work to provide for our families, and this is basically in the middle. It's giving us balance to be able to work and provide for the family, and then also provide give our child the opportunity to learn. Thank you. And I still have a minute. I'm going to bring up another thing. It's the letter that we got on April 5th. Most parents were not aware of the change until we received, I want to say, the official letter, which was April 5th of 2018. We have 38 parents who feel that this change will have a negative impact to the child's quality of education and the parent's ability to work. 38 parents said that they will be affected, and also they were not notified prior to this letter about the change. So I don't know if there's any communication online that we should be following up, because we're not aware of changes. Like, we weren't aware that this program was going to close until basically this month. So I would recommend just communication and maybe having the parents have parent advocates to see if we can give our feedback. Thank you so much.
Clara Schroeder?
Hi. Good evening, board members. My name is Clara Schroeder. I have 3 young children affected by the closing of the full-time year-round program at preschool, program at Alice Norman. I'm a single mother. I work full-time. For several years, my children have been going to Alice Norman. Thanks to the preschool. They've been the education they've been getting. They're getting prepared for kindergarten. I want to continue that. I'd like to continue that. But if this program ends, their education, their preschool options will end. So therefore, what I would like to talk about is the limited options for full-time year-round preschool for West Sac. Because I've researched it, I called all the preschools within West Sac. Some of them say they're preschools, but they're not. I've visited Head Start, I've called Child Home Society of California. I called Yolo County Society Alliance, spoke with them regarding that. And those options, none of those options will be available for Alice Norma's family, the preschool family. West Sacramento preschools are $1,000, $920. Children's Home Society, I talked to Ann, the program director, and she said its funds are not available. It's based on subsidized fund. They subsidize, but the program is closed right now, and they're not taking any applications. I talked to Head Start. I filled an application out for Head Start for my children. Head Start has 2 full-time programs. One is 8:30 to 3, and there's 16 students. The other is 7:30 to 4, and there's 22 students. They kind of discouraged me, but they said there may be 1 opening. They also told me what they do is they bring their kids up, so Head Start kids go up. So their kids move up first. But more importantly, Head Start's not an option for most of these parents. These parents are above the poverty level, and Head Start is for those parents that are below the poverty level. So those working families that just above the poverty level will have to make choices on, do I still work? I know I can't afford preschool for my child. I know Head Start's not an option. I know the Yolo County Child's Alliance and Child's Home Society of California is not an option, so they'll have to make those tough choices about their work environment, to work or to have their child go to a relative. So subsidies and grants are not an option for their family.
Thank you. Your 3 minutes are up.
Okay, thank you. So I'm asking you to reinstate the extended full-time year-round program and also to put this on the agenda.
Thank you. This closes public comment on the preschool, and we will now go into closed session. Thank you.